Hello everybody, this is the Milkbot YouTube stream again. Peter's holding the camera or holding the telephone, shooting this video. Actually, we would like, well, some people are asking about our ISO testing, which we do with our Milkbots before expedition. So basically, we showed in the previous video some operations like testing of the coin acceptor, basically of payment methods. We showed testing of the dosing, testing of the flow meters, testing of the agitation, etc., etc. And there is also one crucial aspect or one crucial test, which is the cooling test. And this works like this, that simply we take every single Milkbot before expedition, like for example this one, and we put inside it a normal 216 liter tanks, which is then we fill it with water of a room temperature of approximately 15 to 18 degrees Celsius. Then we set up everything on the thermostat that we would like to receive actually the temperature, the required temperature, 3 to 4 degrees. And this test has been performed or is being performed for approximately 5 business days, when we record the temperature obtained every day. So we know for sure that every single Milkbot before expedition is capable to cool down the water from 15 degrees Celsius to approximately 3 to 4 within maximum 24 hours, and then it is still able or capable to keep the temperature for another 4 days. So now this is the last day of the test, because this is right before expedition, where you can see and you can read from the display that the temperature is still kept at 2 degrees Celsius, which is ideal. It could be up to 3, or maximum is 4 degrees Celsius for milk. It depends on country to country. In some countries it can be up to 6. For example, in Czech Republic it can be up to 6. But basically, if it is about 2 to 4, this is still fine. So you see, and that now the room temperature, for example, where we are, which is in our research and development center here in Prague, where everybody is welcome to come. So it's about, currently it's about 24 to 25. So I mean, this is not as low, this is not very low temperature. Actually, this is quite high temperature. So you can still see that the cooling cabinets we use in the Milkbots are able to keep the temperature of your milk when you bring it at the Milkbot. At the same time, it is possible, but in a long time, it is possible to cool down your milk. But obviously, if you consult this with your local authority, then it will be a problem, because veterinarian or food safety authorities, they want that there is that the cooling change. That the cooling chain of the milk should not be interrupted, which means that, for example, when you milk your cow, then you have absolutely within 3 to 4 hours when you have to cool down your milk from 30 degrees Celsius to about 4 degrees Celsius. And since that moment, when you sell raw milk, the temperature should never increase up to 6. So it means that when you have the cooling performance in the Milkbot, which is sufficient from a food safety regulations only to keep the temperature as is, or it can cool down but within the long time, which is not recommended, and in some countries this is banned for that. So please always take this in consideration when you install your new Milkbot, or before you buy your new Milkbot, that you must realize this, that this is actually, there is no bulk milk cooling tank inside, but it's only the cooling cabinet which can keep the temperature as is, but it's got the cooling capacity, but also everything is dependent on the ambient temperature. For example, there is other issue that, for example, if you've got the higher temperature inside of your Milkbot, then you can have a different dosing, because also the dosing precision is dependent on the temperature inside. So for example, you can have like by 0.1% different dosing at a temperature at 3 degrees from a temperature which is about 6 degrees Celsius. For example, here in our show machine, you see that, for example, there is currently, because this is our just a show machine, so there is only 13.5 degrees Celsius shown on display. But at the same time, you can see that there is there is a slightly higher dosing than it was measured 2 days before, when there was 4 degrees Celsius. But in a new version Milkbots from approximately, which are issued from 2017, from April, May, we've got a new function when we are calculating the correlation in relation with the temperature automatically. So every single Milkbot which is bought from now on has got this function. So thanks for watching. I hope this was comprehensive. Stay tuned on our YouTube channel, on our Facebook website, on our Facebook page, and also check our website for some news. We constantly keep developing machines.